What if I told you there's a planet 635 light-years away that could be our new home? It's called Kepler 22b, and it's pretty special. It's the first planet discovered in the habitable zone of a star like our Sun, which means it's in the sweet spot where life might be possible. Sounds amazing, right? But before we start packing our bags, let's take a moment to think about what living there would really be like. Kepler 22b is what scientists call an exoplanet, which simply means it's a planet outside our solar system. They found it by observing its star, Kepler 22, and noticing a tiny dip in the star's brightness. That dip happened because Kepler 22b was passing in front of the star, blocking some of its light. From this, scientists figured out that Kepler 22b is about 2.5 times larger than Earth, and a year there lasts 290 days. Now, it's closer to its star than we are to the Sun, but don't worry about getting too hot. Kepler 22 star is smaller and cooler than our Sun. This means Kepler 22b gets about the same amount of sunlight as Earth does, so the temperature might be similar to a pleasant spring day, somewhere around 15 to 22 degrees Celsius. Nice, right? But hold on, there's more to consider. Some scientists think Kepler 22b might be tilted on its side, kind of like Uranus. That might not sound like a big deal, but it could cause some serious issues. If it's tilted that way, one side of the planet could be stuck in sunlight for half the year, while the other side stays in darkness. Imagine living in a place where it's scorching hot for half the year and freezing cold for the other half. Not so cozy. But there's a twist. Kepler 22b might have a huge ocean, about 50 meters deep, covering its surface. This ocean could help balance the planet's temperature, storing heat in the summer and releasing it in the winter. So, you might end up living by an endless sea that keeps the weather just right all year long. Sounds like paradise, doesn't it? But here's the real kicker. Even if Kepler 22b sounds like a dream, how would we get there? It's 635 light-years away, so even if we could travel at the speed of light, it would take 635 years to get there. That's a long time. One idea is cryogenic sleep, where your body is put into a deep sleep for the journey. NASA is already working on a cryosleep chamber that lowers your body temperature to around 32 degrees Celsius, putting you in a state of hibernation. During this time, your body would be fed through tubes, and waste would be taken care of. But even if you could sleep through the trip, there'd still be big challenges waiting for you when you wake up. Kepler 22b might have much stronger gravity than Earth, possibly twice as strong. That means you'd feel twice as heavy as you do now. If you weigh 75 kilograms on Earth, you'd feel like you weigh 150 kilograms on Kepler 22b. To deal with that, you'd need to get really strong before you go. Intense workouts might help, but it would still be tough. And it's not just humans who'd struggle. Plants and animals would too. The stronger gravity could even cause animals to evolve in strange ways, like growing extra legs or changing how their bodies work. And here's the big what-if question. What if Kepler 22b isn't even a rocky planet like Earth? It could be a gas giant like Neptune, with no solid ground to stand on. Or it might be completely covered in water with no land at all. If that's the case, we'd need to build floating cities or live in submarines. And even if it is a rocky planet, that doesn't mean it's safe. Think about Venus. It's rocky, but its thick atmosphere makes it way too hot for life. Kepler 22b might have a similar atmosphere, so we'd need to build underground shelters or use robots to make the planet livable. So while the idea of living on Kepler 22b is exciting, it's also a reminder of how special Earth is. Maybe instead of dreaming about faraway planets, we should focus on taking care of the one we already have. After all, there's no place like home.